Hello and welcome to my Rust Basic Electric series. In this video, I'll go over every important electric component you need to understand before diving deeper into Rust electricity. After that, we'll also talk about smart alarms and seismic sensors, so stick around until the end. Alright, let's get started. The root combiner lets you combine two separate power sources into one. You can connect its output directly to a battery to charge it, or, like I'm doing here, feed it into a branch. A branch allows you to split off a specific amount of Rust watts while sending the leftover power to the next component. In this example, I branched out 1 Rust watts to power a digital clock, and the remaining power goes straight into a memory cell. The memory cell lets you control which output is active. It has 3 inputs: set, reset and toggle. The set input sets the value to 1. You'll see 1 red and 1 green light, which means power is flowing through the inverted output. The reset input sets the value back to 0, indicated by 2 green lights, meaning power now flows through the normal output. And the toggle input simply switches between both states manually. The blocker stops power from passing through when power is applied to its block pass-through input. You can see the light will turn off if I press this button, which then blocks the pass-through. Next up, the button and the switches. The button sends a temporary signal when pressed. When it's not powered, it sends out 2 Rust watts. The basic switch can turn devices on and off, and it has a separate input to toggle both states. Just keep in mind, anyone can use this kind of switch. The smart switch, on the other hand, can be linked to your Rust Plus mobile app. It works just like the basic switch, but only TC authorized players can use it, unless your tool cupboard is destroyed and replaced by someone else. It shares the same inputs as the basic one, so you can toggle the states from afar. Now we're going to talk about the logic components. The OR switch passes power through if either input is active. The power pass-through will of course be terminated if you remove all inputs. The AND switch only sends out power if both inputs are active. If one input gets deleted or destroyed, the output sends out 0 power. And then there's the timer. It passes power for a set duration. Be careful though, if you accidentally set the wrong time, you'll either have to let it run or pick it up and place it again. The timer also has a toggle input that you can, for example, activate remotely with a button. Now let's talk about the seismic sensor and the smart alarm. Here's how it works. There are 3 tiers of explosives you can monitor. For example, you can choose to only get alerts for rockets and C4 if you don't want to be spammed by grenades. If you connect the seismic sensor and the smart alarm, you can pair it with Rust Plus, so you get a notification on your mobile phone when you get raided. You may notice the flasher lights. The flasher lights help you fine-tune the setup, so your alarm only reacts to the explosives tier that you actually care about. I think just pausing the video at this part and picking the configuration that works best for your base is the go-to here. Quick little info, you can determine the reaction distance on the seismic sensor. The default is value, which corresponds to 10 square foundations. So if, for example, a bean can grenade is popping off at your base, the T1 smart alarm sends a notification, as you can see. If your base detects an explosive round, the T2 smart alarm will send a message to your phone. And lastly, if a C4 hits your base, the T3 smart alarm will send a message to your phone. Alright, I hope this video helped you out understand the basics of Rust electricity and how to integrate smart alarms with seismic sensors. If you found this useful, leave a like and sub. It really helps out the channel. And as always, feel free to drop questions or ideas for future tutorials in the comments. See you in the next one.